What is up, guys? In today's video I'm gonna be showing you guys the most crazy comp I've seen in a while, and it's basically a cheese way to just 3-star any legendary unit you want. I played a game and I'm gonna show you guys after the tutorial that I'm gonna give you first, and I got so close in Master Elo by getting a Soraka 3, which is like an insta-win. Like most of the legendary units that are 3-star are like an insta-win, maybe with the exception of like Bard or something. So, okay, let's head into this new cheese strat. So basically, what you're gonna do is the only thing you have to do is this. You only play Astral units. That's the only thing you have to do. So, you're gonna start off by picking up every Astral unit. Now, for items, what you have to do is, depending on what you 2-star first. So, for example, if you have like 6 Nidalees early, you're gonna itemize a Nidalee. It's gonna look a little bit like this. If you want to itemize the Varus, it's gonna look a little bit like this. So, I'm just gonna give you guys like the perfect items for every unit. So it's gonna look a bit like this, and then of course for frontline you want to have a Sunfire and just like some tanky items. So I just want to give you guys like a heads up on these, just standard tanky items. So okay, this is the very basics. All you have to do is pick up 6 Astrals. Now the only other requirement that you have to play this comp is you have to get a Tomb of Trades with an Astral spec. So the only way you can play this comp is you get a few Astrals early, and then you get your Augment, and it's a Tomb of Trades, or you get an Astral spec or whatever. That's like the biggest thing. Okay, assuming that this is your start, you play your Astrals, you have a Tomb of Trades, and you manage to get an Astral spec. Congratulations. You're gonna have a really fun time, but you're gonna have to pay attention well. So what you do is, if you want to go for Nidalee 3-star, you roll it down after Crux. You don't level, by the way. You don't level a single time. You go for Nidalee 3-star, maybe like Skarner 3-star, and you try to win spree. Now, if you don't go for a Nidalee 3-star, all you have to do is go to level 6 slowly, because you need the money, and then slow roll and try to 3-star all your Astral units. This is very important. Your game plan is legit. 3-star all your Astral units. And then you're thinking like, but Boyan, I have an Astral spec on my bench that's doing nothing. I don't care. You're not using that until you find a 4-cost or a 5-cost. You're just leaving it on your bench. So you're just trying to 3-star your Astral units, right? Then, also a quick tip. If people are contesting you in the lobby with Astrals, be very happy. Like, don't be depressed at all, because if all the Astrals are out of the pool, this also works. So don't worry about that. So, okay, you're trying to 3-star all your Astral units. Hopefully you're win spreeing in your game. In my master game, it was a little bit more difficult to win spree because I didn't have the greatest start. But if I can survive in my master game, you can definitely survive in your normal game. So what are we gonna do? Assuming you are at Wolves and most of your units are already 3-starred, either by hyper rolling or slow rolling, then we're gonna assume that every unit is 3-star, right? Maybe you have to roll a little bit more, but like we're gonna assume that all your units are 3-starred. Now, what you can do is, okay, you're level 6. You have to go to level 7, or you can stay level 6, depending on what unit you want to add. So, basically, if you find like a Nico, for example, I have a Nico in the field, right? But you're like, Boyan, these are 7 units. I'm only level 6. What you can do, you get your Vlad, you toss that motherfucker out of there because you don't need it, and then you put an Astral spec on Nico. The level 3 Vlad isn't going to do anything with our items. So you put your Nico in the field, and then what you can do, you have to calculate how much gold do I need to actually 3-star this unit. And then when you start rolling, the only Astral shop you will get is with Nico. So if you have like 50 gold and you roll down, you will always hit Nico 3. Now, the fun part is, for example, you have a Nico 3, right? You have a Nico 3, or what you can do, like what I did in my game, and I didn't find a Nico or another 4-cost that I could do this with. I went to the next carousel. like the carousel after wolves, and I picked up a Soraka. Now, a very important thing is, when you do this, you get the Soraka, or like any other 5 cost. Like, for example, you can also do this with Yasuo, you can also do this with Pyke, but let's assume you get Soraka. It's probably the best unit you can get, because it also heals your little legends for 75 HP, if I'm not mistaken. So you get the Soraka. You put the Astral, I don't know, is there an Astral spec here? No, there's not an Astral spec here, unfortunately. But just imagine you have the Astral spec on the Soraka. You are level 7. Now, you will just start donkey rolling until you hit Soraka 3. So, if you have, like, level 7, 50 gold, you will always hit Soraka 3. Always. And it's game over. It's basically game over, because how it works is the Astral shop gives you all the Astral champions left, but if you already 3-start all your Astral champions, guess what champion is left? The Soraka that you just added to be an Astral. And then you can go even more nuts. You can go to your treasure dragon, get an item remover, remove the Astral sped, put it on another legendary, like I said, just remove the Vlad, nobody cares. You remove the Vlad, you add Yasuo, put Astral sped on that, donkey roll, you have 2 legendary 3-stars. It's really that easy. The only problem is you have to survive the early game because you're only running 6 Astrals. And that's not really a really viable comp. Maybe it is in lower elos, but like in higher elos, it is you have to be very strong, depending on like very high elo, and then everyone open forts. But yeah, this is basically the strat. All you have to do is get every Astral 3-star. Then make your legendary unit an Astral, or like your epic unit. You can also do this with Nico or like Zaya or whatever, or like Corki. Make them an Astral, donkey roll, and you will always hit them 3-star. So yeah, I hope you guys learned something from this video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments. I do have a gameplay on this where I almost hit the Soraka 3 in my master lobby, but I fucked up because it was my first time doing it. And I rolled on 6, but if you roll on 6, obviously you have 0% chance to hit a legendary unit. So yeah, you have to be level 7 to hit the 3-star level 5 cost. So yeah, if there's anything not clear, feel free to leave it in the comments. Please try it out in your game. It's so much fun. Like, this is actually just like a viable strat as well for ranked if you get the hang of it a little bit. But it's pretty open and dependent. Like, you can't force this without like a Tomb of Trades or like an Astral spec. So yeah, let me know how it goes in your games. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.
Wait, what's his name? I'm like, what'd he say, bitch? I don't want you 2 cents. You ain't even paid, bitch. We are not the same. I drop